I'm a seller and I've got a VA loan offer on my home. I'm hesitant about it for various reasons. Why should I accept or consider a VA loan in the first place? My name's Evan Coppner, VA loan originator, and I'm going to give you a few reasons why you might want to consider a VA loan. So, if you just got an offer on your home, or you have an offer on your home right now with a VA loan, one, congratulations. But if you're also considering, hey, I know I've heard VA loan, maybe there's issues with it or not, or honestly, I just don't know anything about this loan type, what should I be aware of? Then this is the video for you to help walk through what a VA loan kind of is, and then also some of the benefits that it has. It means you might want to accept the offer. Because of course, you got a VA loan, that means it's from a veteran or an active duty member. So I would love to say, being a vet myself, that should be a reason itself to help out a vet, etc. But if you're looking beyond that too, there are good reasons to accept a VA loan. So first, we're going to look at the VA loan, just the process as a whole. The process for doing a VA loan is very similar to a conventional loan or other loan types. The speed in which a VA loan can be done now is almost identical. If you've heard from maybe real estate agents or other folks before that have worked with a VA loan in the past, the VA loan has continued to change over time. And today, it is more like and more advantageous even than other loan types than ever before. In the past, the VA loan did have some slower issues than maybe some other loan types. But in the past 5-10 years have been major changes that have made it extremely competitive. So know that for the time frame to close, a VA loan is typically very similar to other loan types. In fact, like if you're working with a loan that we happen to be on as a VA loan, we're closing loans well under 30 days on the norm. That's something that should not be uncommon. So know that a VA loan should close. We typically see closings between like 20 and 40 days. Very common, should be very easy for a lender to execute that, especially lenders who work and understand VA loans. Now, what's another reason you should expect a VA loan? They close a similar time. So what else is there? What are you telling me? Hey, the appraisal process. One cool thing about the appraisal process with a VA loan is the fact that if there's going to be any issues, you get a notice of that kind of up front. So as a seller, know this, then the appraisal process, if for some reason the appraiser's having issues valuing the property, they got to issue what's called a tidewater notice for the buyer, which means that they're saying, hey, I'm having a struggle valuing this property at X, or with these issues to get value in this property, give me some more evidence. And typically then that allows buyers, agents to provide information to the appraiser to help support the appraisal process as a whole. What does that mean? VA loans are the only loan type out there with Tidewater that allows you to have that conversation with appraisers. Everything else is like strict firewalls. Don't talk with appraisers. Be very cautious about it, if at anything at all. But for the VA loan, they're actually supposed to openly ask us for comparables to help them make sure they price the home properly. That's pretty cool. The VA loan is going to help make sure that we price your home adequately. And if it doesn't for some reason, you're at least going to get a notice in advance, or it's just not going to be a surprise out of the blue if that appraisal came in under. So that's a big plus of working with VA loan. The appraisal process, which you might have heard in the past, appraisal process is rough. It's changed over time again, and it's a big positive for when dealing with a VA loan. The other thing that's a big plus for working with the VA loan, we talked about the speed, we talked about the appraisal process, but then also just the closing in general. The VA loan now acts like every other loan where some folks in the past might have thought, oh, you can't close it the same way, signing, all that kind of stuff. Not the case. Like in our world for closing VA loans, it'd be very flexible. In many areas, we can do virtual closings, meaning we all sign virtually. So especially if you're selling to an active duty member coming in from out of country, you don't got to worry about, oh, will they be here or not. Virtual closings are able in a lot of states, which is a big plus. And on top of that, you can always have the signing done just like every other loan, where there's a mail away power of attorney if needed, or having them sign out of state and send it in. So know that pretty much the closing process is identical to the other loan types. So that other thought process of, oh, will this be different to close? Same process as every other loan type now, pretty much across the board, which is a big plus. So when you look at a VA loan versus a conventional loan, an FHA loan, USDA loan, know that I would put it in the equal standard as those, and in some regards even better. That Tidewater process is a really sneaky positive that a lot of folks discount on a VA loan. So just be aware of that. Now, with that appraisal process, there are some minimum property requirements that they look at, making sure like you can't have massive holes in the property, peeling paint stuff. There's some things like that that we need to make sure are corrected on a VA loan. However, I always point out to folks, on other loan types, if there's glaring mistakes, it's not like those just fly by either. The VA loan has its minimum property requirements, where some others might be a little more lenient on, but you still can't have a home that's fallen down in any case for any loan type there. It's going to be scrutinized one or the other. So That goes back to the biggest strength of a VA loan, I would argue, is that ability to have that Tidewater process for the appraisal. And it's now a smoother process than it's ever been before. Don't hesitate on taking a VA loan. There's also the added benefit of just helping the group that you're working with, veterans and active duty, but also know that financially it could be really good for you too as a seller. My name's Evan Kaufman. Feel free to reach out with any questions. Hope this helps you. I usually say go out and win a home with a VA loan, but I hope this helps you sell your home with a VA loan. Take care.